Brian, what are you thinking? How many times do I have to tell you, you can't put bottles directly on the paint without putting a towel underneath? They're gonna think that we're not professionals around here. Anyway, all right, we're back. We got a new foam soap, not a strip soap, but a self-cleaning soap that we're gonna try out. This is, I know on the last one, I think that was the second sample that we got, I said that it was probably good enough, but it wasn't. So we made a third sample. This one has a little bit of a different surfactant and some increased alcohols in it. So that's what's a little bit different about it. We still have the really nice pearlescent color to the orange. I'm keeping it orange because it's a little bit different than the other products. And again, I'm gonna put a caveat. I have no idea if this is gonna work. That is the fun in doing these videos, is that this may never work out, and that's okay. I know a lot of people have recommended products that have two different soaps, and some people telling me that it can't be done, it's never gonna be possible, and you could be 100% right. But I've also heard that before and then made it work. So that's part of the fun, and that's part of the fun of having you along the journey. So another place I am conflicted is to pre-rinse. So again, I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna pre-rinse half the car and then not pre-rinse the other half and then foam the whole entire thing and see where we're at. The rims are really dirty on this car. This car's actually a person related to me and I'm embarrassed to see how dirty it is, but that's okay too. And so we're gonna see how it goes with the new, this would be version 3 of the self-cleaning soap at a 7:1 dilution. Pearlescent looks really good. It is smelling a little bit more caustic, not too bad still, but a little bit more caustic. So let's foam it and have some fun. Okay, so we have half the car pre-foamed, or pre-rinsed, rather. The other side not. Let's foam it up. So right away, this is kind of interesting, but again, just because these are just for funsies videos, noticing differences, this foam right away seemed to come out thicker. So I don't know if that's the change in surfactant or if that's the change in adding some alcohols to it or what it is. I'll have to confirm, but it just seems much thicker to me, a little less runny, but look at that slide that's happening. That is a good sign to me. I don't know, I like seeing that. It'd be interesting to see if it translates in any way, but yeah, just initially it looks much thicker, which could be good, could not matter at all. Again, I don't know. I will say, because I think it's a thicker foam that you will use less, I've continued to turn down the amount of foam and water mixture, or soap and water mixture that it's sucking up. So I've turned it down and I'm still getting a lot of foam to produce, so I'm going to be using a little bit less, which is great. But you can see just how thick that, I think this is the thickest soap we've had yet. It'll just be interesting to see how it translates. All right, out of soap, so used about, not quite a full foam cannon on that, but again, I think it's producing quite a bit of foam. So I'm still happy with that dilution ratio at 7:1. I think that's good. A lot of foam this time. So I actually think I could tone down that dilution ratio a little bit. Overall, again, I was happy with the last sample, but I'm really happy with this sample. We don't have as much sunshine today, but so we're still washing it outside. It's not freezing cold, so I'm still looking at that. Before we continue on to the rest of the video, I want to tell you about a special deal I have running right now. The flagship product, one of my favorite products on the face of the earth, is currently 25% off for existing inventory. So I really don't have that much left, but it's all 25% off. We had to do a name change, so it will now become Toughest Shell. And on the website it does say Toughest Shell, but it is 25% off both the 16 ounces and the gallons. Free shipping over $100, US only. To my friends in the north and to my friends down under, I haven't forgot about you guys. Trust me, I'm working on it, working on Amazon, just waiting on some approval on their end, and then we will get you taken care of for faster, better shipping to more places. And again, I just want to thank everyone for the support. This has been just an amazing month and a half, 2 months since launching my own brand. The support has really been overwhelming. As you can see, I'm just busting at the seams here. And so keep the orders coming, and I will keep the products coming. Thank you. I can't remember on the last one, and we did do a different car too, but the slickness or the soap slip, I guess I can coin that term, the soap slip. Never heard that before. But the soap slip coming off is what I'm looking for too. And so, man, I'm just thinking, if we can nail down this formula to actually work in most scenarios, this would be so awesome. And I love that we've kind of documented this whole thing. So if it really works, I'm gonna be just really, really stoked on it. But like I told Bryant earlier, like this could not work, and that would be okay too. I think it's okay to show some failures. So the good thing with not being in full direct sunlight and it not being really hot is that I think you can give it some extra dwell time. So we'll rinse it off. I'm gonna rinse it off to that way, to that way, to that way. One thing I just thought about that I didn't mention, one of the comments that has come up is like, oh, you know, touchless washes only work for cars that are ceramic coated or have a layer of protection on it. And this car has neither one of those, and you can see from how flat the water is. So it will be an interesting, kind of an interesting add to the test that I didn't plan or think about until just right now, is that, you know, this car is not coated, the water's not beading up good. And so a lot of times when the water is beading up really well on the surface and you try to do a touchless wash, those water beads will encapsulate the dirt and then wash them away. And so when you don't have that, you have the reverse of that, you have less chance, or it seemingly in theory have less chance of the car self-cleaning itself when you don't have that layer of protection for the dirt to sit on and then encapsulate and wash away. So that's something else to think about with this test. So we'll get out the Ryobi blower that everyone loves the sound of. And All right, let's go get a white towel or a yellow towel if I can find one, and we'll wipe one side and not the other side. But honestly, it looks significantly better and cleaner than it really did without touching it. You think so? So we might be onto something here, guys. We really might be onto something. On this side, at least without the pre-rinse, I could already see there's a little bit of dirt still on there, so we'll have to go check the other side. But I would say actually a pretty big improvement even from the last sample. And the flat panel, especially the hood, I'll go get a towel in a second, we can test it, but the like hood looks a lot better. And on the pre-rinse side, I should have got down here a little bit better, but on this pre-rinse side, I'm barely any dirt. Man, I'm excited. We really might be onto something. Let's try the hood first. We'll try right here because it's a little wet. So try the hood. This is the non-pre-rinse side. Really nothing, that's cool. This is the pre-rinse side. Really nothing there either. From the mirror all the way down, it's really not that bad for how dirty the car was. From the mirror down, a little bit right there. I think I scooped it underneath, but really, really a lot better. Got a little bit of dirt right there, right above, from above the windshield. The pre-rinse side is a little bit better. So we have the non-pre-rinse side, got a little bit right in the jam between the window and the paint. Then this is the pre-rinse side right here. This was the non-pre-rinse. It's pretty good, pretty excited. I'm very excited because, again, some of the other brands that were mentioned, it's a two-part system. You gotta have multiple things, and I understand all that, and it sounds really good, but again, I'm into trying to develop products that are different and that are just unique. And so I'm excited. When we started this journey 3 or 4 videos ago, whatever it was, I still don't know if it's even possible, but this gives me a lot of hope because this car was really dirty and looks like the roof needs a little bit more work, but it cleaned it up. I would say 98%, 99% of the dirt on the car and on the painted surfaces, it cleaned up, which I know I'm not going for 100% perfection because there's too many variables involved there, but if I can get it as close to 100% as possible, and this is damn close, the car even looks pretty shiny to me. If we come into the rims, I will say, wanting to be transparent, I did not scrub the rims at all. I simply just pre-rinsed it, foamed it, and let it go. The rims were pretty bad. Maybe we have a before shot on one, but the face of the rim, so the silver part, actually looks a lot cleaner. Again, I did not touch them, I did not brush them, nothing. The black part of the rim, I think, is cleaner. It is by no means clean. I'll show you what clean would look like. Probably gonna need even a little Pure Magic cleaner in here, huh? But so maybe they're even stained a little bit. So though this would be like hitting it with a towel, obviously, they look cleaner. So again, for that, the market for this soap would be a couple of different people. 1, a lazy person, right? 2, someone who's washing their car often. Maybe it's coated and washed often. Sorry, my legs were gonna give out if I was standing like that for too long. A coated car, and the person just really likes a clean car and they wanna foam their car and rinse it and then drive off. They use DI water, and they wanna drive off with a clean car. That person. A detailer who's prepping a car for a coating and needs to get the majority of the dirt knocked off. Just a DIYer, a person in their driveway who, if you were to pick a pH neutral soap that really doesn't do any cleaning versus one that does have a little bit more cleaning, that person too. For me personally, in my cars, I like to foam them and then rinse it and touch it less. Again, the less we could touch a car, the less chance we have to scratching it. So that's where kind of that theory comes from. But man, I'm pretty damn excited. I think I'm gonna let this car dry a little bit more. Let's look on the back here too. I mean, dude, if we look at what's interesting, the last one did better on glass, I thought. So this, you know, the glass, well, this might actually be stained a little bit. No, it could, a little bit of staining, but still a little bit of dirt. But when we look here, so if we take a before and after, I don't know if you can even catch that on camera, it is significantly cleaner. Significantly cleaner. This black part, this is cool. I am very excited about this. All right, well, that's my findings for this video. Again, we're just kind of playing around with chemicals, seeing if we could even formulate a product like this, but I think we're getting really, really close, again, with one product that has normal dilution ratios, that when you spray it or you foam it on, it doesn't, you know, mess with you, start making you cough, start making you feel all sorts of funny ways. And so I think we're getting very, very close. Let's keep testing, huh? So follow along, make sure you subscribe. I'll link the 2 previous videos in it that we recorded before on this to kind of see the development from it, everything from like the blue and orange sample to the orange sample that we have today. But I think we definitely continue on with this sample. I think that it's an improvement from the last one that I was even starting to get happy about, but I think we're there. So subscribe for more. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Catch you guys on the next video. See ya.